stressing it. I say cool, but the truth is I'm stressing the grip. Cause it's hard to make music when this depression exists. They say use it as inspiration. The best of them did. When I stem, see, I can't handle this pressure for. And if you ask me, stress is. My girl needs more attention and my record label's desperate for hits. Now cause I'm getting out the zone again. Makes me start to dread when I see a microphone. It ain't supposed to be like that. I said I'll be right back. I left the office, got a phone and called my partner Jack, and I asked him, remind me why I'm rapping. And right before he answered, I remembered my passion in the past when I was scribbling in my tablet to box out my mom and dad's scrapping to help me when my grandmother passed. Plus the many times when I was homeless and the times when I was broke. And this music made a way when I was hopeless. He told me to remember the rain, it'll diminish the pain. Then he told me not to ask him again, cause I know don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Smooth your, smooth your. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth your, smooth your. Don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Smooth your, smooth your. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth your, smooth your. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth your, smooth your. Don't nobody wanna. I don't nobody wanna. I don't nobody wanna dance slow and low. Check it. Don't nobody wanna. Don't nobody. Anybody. You. Don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Smooth your, smooth your. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Smooth your, smooth your.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like Nazareth, I'm f***ed up, homie, you f***ed up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright.
Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the New York Yankees. First pitch coming your way next.
Your New York Yankees.
Just about ready to roll. And on the hill, Will Warren. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
All right, ready to get underway. And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Not even close there. And 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And a swing and a miss, and that's the first out. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Warren certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing guys from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Bellinger hauls it in, 2 away. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. Now this one gets away from the catcher. And the runner holds. Rutschman, the runner at first with 2 gone. In the dirt, blocked.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Swings and misses, struck him out. Back here in New York, and today's starter, Cade Povich.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Mullins makes the grab, 1 pitch and 1 out. And here comes Bellinger.
The left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Mullins on his horse. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Aaron Judge at the plate. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swings through that one, out in front that time.
No ball,
this guy's
2 strikes.
pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Caught him looking for the K. New inning getting started. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit.
Number 32, Ryan
O'Hearn goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and he's usually a first baseman, but today starting in left field. Foul ball there.
Well, I don't think it gets any farther than that, going from first base all the way out to left field. Tell you what, he went from the hot corner at first to kind of a hot corner in the outfield. Got to be ready to make some quick plays off the bat.
0-2 is the count.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Wells down to first with it. In time to get him. 1 away on the strikeout. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. There's your strike.
You know, it didn't take Mountcastle long to make a splash at the major league level. In 2021, he became the first rookie to lead the Orioles in home runs since Kurt Blefary in 1965.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. Ball 1 there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Back in the Bronx, ready to go for the last half of the inning.
The first baseman,
down.
Goldschmidt.
Povich back to work. Swings and misses at 1 down below the zone.
0-1.
And a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right
That's
there.
Your
Just to solid swing right there. Caught it out front and lifted into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Digging in, Anthony Volpe. In the dirt, but kept close. To center field, base hit. Runner stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Back-to-back base hits. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it. Up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a hitter.
Now, Ben Rice. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one carrying. Out of here! He'll take a jog around the bases. It's 3-0. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Number 43, Brian Cooper.
They say you win.
0-1's the count.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. Bottom half of inning number 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting 8, the third baseman.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. And that one is inside. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
3 balls, 1 strike.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
here it comes. And that wasn't even close. Ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now here is Jorbeat B-Boss.
0-1.
Man at first, one away. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
Got him.
He had
First
2
base.
strikes on him, and he hit him. So the batting order turns over. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jason Dominguez. Fly to center his first time. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. In the dirt. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Gassed it right by him. Here's Cody Bellinger. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Bellinger.
Two on, 2 outs. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Around third comes LeMahieu. In there, he's safe.
Well done, drives in the run. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Fought off foul. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. Back in the Bronx, all set for the start of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Heston Kjerstad. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. LeMahieu puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. And here's the first baseman, Emmanuel Rivera. And a foul ball. Strike 2.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. 2 outs, base is empty. That one just misses.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
That one is upstairs. Two outs. And it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Set for the bottom of the third. Here is Goldschmidt.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First
Ball
pitch
inside.
just misses.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the start.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still manages a throw. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play
Now
you'll see
batting,
today, but they
the
still get
shortstop,
the out. Anthony Volpe will hit next. Singled and scored his first time. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss.
When you throw a fastball by
No
a guy
ball,
like
two
that, I
strikes.
imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he won a round.
Now batting, the
Two down,
designated
base is
hitter,
empty.
Ben.
Now up is the Yankees DH, Ben Rice. He's already homered in this game. First
Ball,
pitch,
that's
and
out.
he just misses. And it's fouled away. Here's a 1-1. Way out front for strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Yanks go quietly. Start of the fourth.
Leading off
And now the
Baltimore,
catcher comes up to
number
him.
35,
Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman.
And that one fouled off.
You know, these Orioles definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Dominguez on his way over. Makes the catch. One up, one down. And next for the Orioles,
batting,
Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar
Fly to left his first time.
Henderson.
Right side, hard hit. Fires to first in time. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter
Now
now,
batting,
Ramon
third
Urias.
baseman,
0
Ramon
for 1. He struck out
Urias.
swinging last time. Late on that fastball.
Boog, over
0-1.
80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And ball
that's
1.
it.
A swing and a miss as he chases way
1
out
ball,
of the zone.
2 strikes.
And he chases that one. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Here's the
off
catcher,
for the
Austin
Yankees,
Wells.
the catcher, Austin. Well, now pitching for Baltimore, number 39, Andrew Kittredge.
First
Ball,
pitch
that's
doesn't
outside.
find the zone. And
Nope,
another
that's a
ball.
ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
It might be
2-2
time to
count.
choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Now batting, The third
And
baseman,
now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. He reached out to walk his first time. That one off the mark, and it's 1-0. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 strike.
1 out, base is empty. Swings and misses, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
This one popped up. Holiday squeezes it. That's out number 2. 2 out, base is empty. Jorby Bebos digs in now. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back at Yankee Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th and into the box for Baltimore, Ryan O'Hearn. And looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rubber. And now he steps off the rubber. And that's the second disengagement now. Swings through that one.
You know, these Orioles, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Ryan Mountcastle getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Mountcastle measures 6 feet 4 inches, 28 years old. And he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
0-2 is the count.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Struck out swinging his first time.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Not close with that one. And the count 1-2. Upstairs.
2 strikes.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 4th time today. Back at Yankee Stadium, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Kittredge back to work. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That misses. Now 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Ground ball up the middle. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Bellinger up to hit. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
There's the swing and a miss. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Number 99.
It's Aaron Judge now. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch misses. And there's a ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And another ball.
No strike.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that pitch. Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Goldie up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6 and into the box for Baltimore. Heston Kjerstad.
Now pitching for
new pitcher on now, Jonathan Loaisiga.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Loaisiga fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
And although you like the fact that guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact, the fact that when you have a run.
And it's into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Next to hit, Emmanuel Rivera. Kjerstad stands at second with no outs.
1-1.
In the dirt, command in the zone is such a crucial part of it, right?
You know, it's not just throwing strikes, but it's throwing quality strikes, and it's having quality misses as well. What's a quality miss? Missing just off the plate rather than over the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Man at second. Got him swinging. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Jackson Holliday, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. He swings and fouls one off.
One and one.
In the dirt. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-1.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And now, Adley Rutschman. Fouled off left side. And safe.
He's safe.
It's a stolen base. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Loizaga fires. Back foot slider struck him out. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every.
Now a step off, and he's caught between the bases. Throw to third. He's safe. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
That one hit the knees for a strike. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Next is the designated hitter, Ben Rice. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
One down, base is empty. Fastball is outside.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Mullins makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is
The
empty.
catcher, number
Austin
20.
Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Well, now pitching for the Orioles. Number 56, Seranthony Dominguez.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And welcome back to the ballpark. The batter now, Ramon Urias.
Now pitching
New
for the
pitcher for
New
the
York
Yankees, Mark Leiter Jr.
Number 56.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, left fielder Ryan O'Hearn.
Ryan O'Hearn, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one is absolutely belted. Dominguez on the move. Brings it in, and there's one down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle.
Designated hitter Ryan.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Judge makes the grab, 2 away down. And next for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
No ball, 2 strikes.
0-2 now. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Throw to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Set for the last half of the 7th. And stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu.
LeMahieu.
Off the mark there, and that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And that misses. 2-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2-2 the count.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 1 away.
Now batting, the second baseman.
And up next for New York, Jorbeat Bebos. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Throwing the
No
ball
ball, 2
well, and
strikes.
they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
2 outs.
1
Pitches
ball,
in the dirt.
2
And a
strikes.
count 1-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Left field. O'Hearn sizes this one up, corrals it, and that is that. Back for more from
Leading
the
off for
Bronx.
the Orioles,
We go to the
right
8th,
fielder,
and now the
number
right
13,
fielder, Heston Kjerstad.
Kjerstad.
Leiter back to work. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the
0-1 the count.
zone. Up the middle. What a stop from his knees to throw, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle
Rivera.
getting down the line. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Judge has it sized up. He makes the grab, and there's one down. Here's the second
The batter,
baseman,
number
Jackson
7,
Holliday.
Second baseman, Jackson Holliday.
Ball 1, no
Squirts
strike.
away a little bit. Yankees up by 3. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one outside.
1
And a
strike.
count 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. And the runner stays where he is.
Adley.
And now Adley Rutschman, 1 for 3.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kjerstad leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Pitch misses
that's
there.
down.
Now 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The Orioles trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Wells gathers, throws to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 8th. Here comes Belly to take his cuts.
The left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. Dominguez, a righty that throws with power. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. And another ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, patience and discipline paid
The
off
right
right
fielder,
there as he
number
got into an
99,
advantage count.
Aaron.
Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Here comes Aaron Judge. And ball 1 to the right fielder. Nobody out, runner at first. Swings through that.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Flails at that one. It's a strikeout.
Now batting,
and here's
the
Paul
first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
He was late there. Strike 1.
0-1.
That one missed. Pitch misses. And that's ball 2.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Popped up. And it stays fair. Bellinger around second, on his way to third. The relay safe at second. So two in scoring position with 1 out. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Now a bunt towards third. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Runners.
I'ma stick to the mission statement.